Welcome to the series of classes on IELTS speaking section. This is the third class on IELTS speaking section of this series. So those of you who haven't listened to those two classes that we've already had, I'd like to request to have a visit to those classes for better understanding. So dear listeners, in today's class of this series of classes, we'll talk about another real IELTS exam question where an examinee is asked to say or deliver his or her speech on a given topic. Before diving into the topic, I'd like to have some brief instructions for you. So as I mentioned in the second class, it's always a good practice or strategy for an examinee to show or demonstrate or create such an impression that your examiner can understand that you have the capability of delivering a spontaneous speaking. Okay, and for that, what do you have to do? You have to just show or manifest your command of making various types of sentence structures. Sentences with various patterns of sentences. So for example, I mentioned about one simply advanced structure in our previous class, and that was making sentences using adjective clauses, like using a clause which begins with who, which, or that. Okay, also in this class you will notice that while delivering my speech, while describing, giving answer to the topic, I used some of these structures. In our later classes, we will talk about some more other structures like conditionals, like subjunctive structures, and many other structures to really prove that you are an advanced speaker and you've got a good command of making or delivering good speech in English. You have the flexibility of using English language with quite comfort and easiness. Well, so let's dive into today's topic. In today's topic, an examinee has been asked to say about a place of historical importance in his country. Okay, I'll show you a typical example of an excellent answer to this question. You may try your own later on. So let's begin. 3, 2, 1. Well, there are actually quite a few number of places of historical importance in my city. Ours is an independent nation, and we got independent in the year 1971. And the historical place that I want to mention in today's class, in today's discussion, is our national monument, which is situated in Dhaka city. Actually, it's not situated in the center of Dhaka city where there is much hustle, as this is the capital city of our country. The place where our national monument is situated is it's in a distant place of 1.5 hours. If one takes his transportation from the capital city of Bangladesh, he'll take or she'll take 1.5 hours to reach there. The place is of historical importance because it indicates or symbolizes the greatest achievement in the history of our nation. We achieved independence from the dominance of foreign country in the year 1971, and it's very important to the whole nation. Apart from its historical importance, the place is also very important to the people of our country, as this really is a place of natural attraction. Many people from all over the world visit the place with their family members to have some really enchanting time and memorable time. So the place really attracts me a lot. Fortunately, and luckily, I had an opportunity of making several visits to that place in my last 5 years. Actually, I find the place quite interesting and memorable. And whenever I can find my opportunity amongst busyness of my work, I just never miss the opportunity of going there. Sometimes with my friends and sometimes with my family members. So that's what I wanted to say on today's topic. Well, dear listeners, as you have seen that I just showed you a typical way of delivering an excellent speech to this topic, where an examinee has to deliver a speech of historical importance in his city or in his country. Thanks for listening. So remember one thing: rather than trying to or making simple sentences, try to sentence of different structures. Well, in our later on classes, you will see that I'll explain different varieties of sentence structures. Okay, and we will show you how to apply or utilize those structures in your speech. Okay, and remember, just the last one advice: try to always maintain coherence. Look, in my speech I mentioned some of the things like independence, but I didn't oversay on those things. Actually, in some cases the speaker has to say something like this, which aren't that much irrelevant, but which are necessary to be mentioned, because you have to ensure the fluency of your speech, and you have to continue your speech for more than 1.5 minutes until you are stopped by your examiner. It proves that you are confident, you are able to speak. Remember one thing: never stop your speech before 1 minute or 1.5 minutes until you are stopped. It proves that you don't have enough material to deliver your speech. You aren't confident enough to deliver your speech. Okay, so thanks once again for listening the whole speech with patience.